The small-town charm of Medford, Texas, has always hidden a few big secrets. And as Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 1 speeds toward its explosive finale, fans can sense that something major is about to go down. The young couple, who have spent the season balancing parenthood, in-laws, and their second shot at love, are about to face a ghost from Mandy's past that could threaten everything they've rebuilt. According to insiders and subtle hints woven throughout recent episodes, Mandy's former fling is set to make a dramatic entrance, and his arrival promises not only to test her relationship with Georgie, but also to send emotional ripples through the entire Cooper family. If you thought their wedding day drama was intense, buckle up, because the finale might be the most emotionally charged chapter yet. Mandy's past comes knocking. Throughout season 1, Mandy, played by Emily Osment, has been portrayed as fiercely independent, witty, and often more emotionally grounded than Georgie Montana Jordan. While she's embraced motherhood in her new marriage, there have been hints of unresolved feelings or experiences from her pre-Cooper life. Earlier in the season, Mandy mentioned an old friend she hadn't seen since moving back home, a throwaway line that, in hindsight, seems like a major setup. Now, sources close to the show tease that this mysterious man, the so-called former fling, will arrive in Medford during the finale, creating a storm of tension, nostalgia, and temptation. He's described as charming, successful, and perhaps most dangerously, someone who once understood Mandy before she became a mother and wife. Viewers have long seen that Mandy sometimes struggles to balance her dreams with her domestic life. She loves Georgie, but she's also aware that her life has taken turns she never expected. The return of this old flame may reignite questions she thought she'd already answered. Who would I have been if I'd chosen differently? Georgie's jealousy ignites. If there's one thing we know about Georgie Cooper, it's that his emotions run hot. He's grown up a lot since his young Sheldon days, from a flirty teenager selling tires to a responsible young dad. But that fiery temper hasn't vanished entirely. When Mandy's ex unexpectedly shows up in Medford, Georgie's insecurities flare. He knows he's lucky to have Mandy, but deep down, he sometimes wonders whether she settled for him out of obligation. After all, their marriage was born from complicated beginnings, an unplanned pregnancy, family pressure, and 2 young people trying to make the best of it. The finale will reportedly feature one of the most intense confrontations of the series so far. Georgie, caught between wanting to trust his wife and fearing that history might repeat itself, will have to choose between lashing out or growing up. Montana Jordan has hinted in interviews that the finale pushes Georgie to a new level of maturity, suggesting that fans will see him wrestle with his pride and realize that love means more than just being someone's first choice. It's about being their right choice. Mandy's emotional crossroads. For Mandy, the return of her former fling is less about romance and more about identity. Before she met Georgie, she had big dreams, a career in broadcasting, a city lifestyle, freedom. Life took a detour, and while she's embraced her role as a mother and wife, there's a lingering, what if, that this old relationship forces her to confront. The finale will reportedly see Mandy spending time alone with her ex, sparking misunderstandings that shake Georgie's confidence. But instead of turning this into a cliched love triangle, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage will use the storyline to explore something deeper: how past choices shape who we become. Mandy's journey has always been about rediscovering herself in the midst of chaos, motherhood, marriage, and small-town expectations. Her encounter with her ex doesn't just threaten her current life, it forces her to affirm what she truly wants. Does she still dream of that big city adventure? Or has she finally found her home right where she is, in the messy, love-filled Cooper household? A clash of families and futures. The Georgie and Mandy spin-off has always stood out for its mix of heartfelt humor and generational storytelling. The Coopers are never far away, and when drama strikes, the whole family gets involved. Expect Missy, Regan Revord, and Mary Zoe Perry to take sides, while Mima Annie Potts offers her trademark sass and surprising wisdom. Mary, who has always been protective of her son and cautious about Mandy, may see this as a test of Mandy's loyalty. Meanwhile, Mima, who knows all about complicated love lives, might encourage Mandy to follow her heart, even if it means stirring things up. The finale reportedly balances its emotional weight with humor and warmth, reminding viewers why this spin-off works so well. It doesn't rely solely on nostalgia for young Sheldon. It thrives on its own merit, exploring the messy, imperfect, and relatable side of growing up, even when you're already a parent. A finale that changes everything. Without spoiling too much, insiders say the finale ends on a cliffhanger that will completely reframe Georgie and Mandy's future. It's not a breakup, at least, not in the traditional sense, but a turning point that forces them to reevaluate what marriage means at such a young age. There's also buzz that the show will plant seeds for season 2 by expanding beyond Medford. Mandy's ex might offer her a professional opportunity, something that reignites her ambitions and sets up a possible move or major life change. Could the couple survive a long-distance strain, or will Georgie be the one to follow her dreams this time? Emily Osment has teased that the finale is a love letter to both self-discovery and partnership, which suggests the ending will be as reflective as it is dramatic. Fans can expect laughter, tears, and maybe even a few nostalgic nods to young Sheldon that tie everything together. Why this storyline works. What makes the idea of Mandy's former fling so compelling isn't the potential for scandal, it's the emotional truth behind it. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has never been about perfect people. It's about two flawed, hopeful young adults trying to do the right thing while still figuring out who they are. By introducing someone from Mandy's past, the show highlights a universal truth. Love doesn't erase who we used to be. It just adds new layers. The finale's tension isn't about betrayal. It's about understanding how to grow without growing apart. In that sense, this storyline could be the key to making season 2 even richer. It gives Mandy more depth, pushes Georgie toward maturity, and reminds viewers that marriage isn't a fairy tale ending. It's an ongoing journey full of lessons, risks, and second chances. Final thoughts. As Georgie and Mandy's first marriage wraps up its debut season, it's clear the show has carved out a special place in the hearts of young Sheldon fans. The finale's emotional fireworks, fueled by Mandy's mysterious ex, promise to deliver both drama and heart. Whether the couple stands stronger or stands apart, one thing's certain: this isn't the end of their story. It's just the beginning of a new chapter, one that proves that love, no matter how young or complicated, is always worth fighting for.